and welcome back. Thank you very much for all your lovely comments. I really appreciate it. Today we're going to be talking about dermaplaning and exfoliation. Honestly, they are absolute game changers if you want your skin to look smooth and glossy. Don't depend on the makeup. Focus on the texture of your skin. I did a dermaplaning video about 8 years ago and I kind of wanted to revisit it because there are so many amazing tools. I go to that point because this is the brand that dropped into my studio last week. It's called Nimbi. They are a plastic alternative to razors and dermaplaners. Absolutely genius. Let me show you. They are made out of clay, pine oil and wood pulp. They've got some information on their website where they said 190 billion razors are in landfill. So let's make that change and shop consciously. So I received these, I tried them, I was obsessed. So this is why I love them, because there are so many different types of dermaplaning tools on the market, and I have tried many of them because I've been doing it quite on myself for a long time. Now, many of them are fantastic, many of them are expensive, some can be very scratchy and very irritating. Now, I start with this because a lot of people are quite nervous about dermaplaning their face. When I talk about it at work and with friends, like, oh, I don't really want to shave my face. I don't really like the thought of that. I totally understand that. Obviously, it's up to everybody. But it's a really great way of giving yourself a lovely exfoliation and removing the vellus hair from the sides of your face, which a lot of people call peach fuzz now. Anyway, it's the vellus hair that can sometimes become quite obvious when you put makeup on. Now, some people don't have a downy complexion. Some people have a very light dusting of hair on their face. I'm quite hairy on my face, and I love to do this. Probably do it about 2 to 3 times. Well, no, probably a couple of times a month, or when I can see it, or when I can be bothered. So I wanted to kind of go through with you the dermaplaning, how I do it, and why it's good. So what I want you to think about is when your skin is beautifully exfoliated, you get a lovely kickback of light. When your skin is slightly irregular and dry, the light hits your complexion and it just almost like shatters because it's got nothing to bounce back on. So regular exfoliation, whether you do it with dermaplaning or whether you do it with products, allows your skincare to really settle into the skin, absorb into the skin, do what it's meant to do. And the same with your hydrating products. Are you that person that puts on a moisturizer and you just don't get any benefit from it? Or are you putting on loads of products to compensate your lack of hydration, and then you're getting your products piling up and then pilling on your skin? Exfoliation can really help, and dermaplaning is honestly the first step. You won't find that you get any stubble. I've been doing this for years and years and years, and I've still got the very soft, fine hair on my face, and it hasn't got any worse. What I suggest that you do is that you clean your skin, you hydrate your skin really well. If you've never dermaplaned your skin before, then I would suggest that you apply some oil to your skin, only a very light oil. It will just help give you that slip when you take the blade down your face. Now, a lot of people say to me, oh, I don't want to dermaplane my face. It's just like shaving. My hair is going to come back stubbly. What you're removing is the vellus hair on the side of your face. And this vellus hair is very soft. Now, when you shave your face, you might find, well, you do find that you create a very flat edge to that hair, whereas the hair tip grows from a point. So you might find that it's a little bit sort of more textured than it would be if you had the fine point. But I have dermaplaned my face for like 10 years. The hair on my face is still as soft. It doesn't grow back any thicker or denser or harsher. I don't have a 5 o'clock shadow. For me, dermaplaning really helps to exfoliate my skin. It gives me a smooth surface when I put my foundation on. And I just find that it just gives me a better overall look. It's not for everybody. I also do it around the top of my lip. Okay, so how do we do it? So I take the blade at a 45-degree angle, and I take the blade and I pull my skin just very, very slightly. I've got my mole here. Sometimes I will just place a finger over my mole just to protect it, but you just need to go gently around it, and you just go down in little motions like this. So you can probably hear that, all the fine hair. The reason that I wanted to come on and talk about Nimbi is that there is no scratching. I have not nicked myself. I have tried, I want to say hundreds. I haven't tried hundreds. I've tried loads of facial dermaplaning razors, and some I put on my face straight away, and I don't like it on my face. It's sort of like an instinctive thing, very, very quickly. So I just take this down like this, and it feels like the blade is very protected around my top lip for my products to sit smoothly where I've got a little bit of texture and fine lines. I just take that over here, and you can see the fine hair that is gathering. You can just take that off on a cotton pad, and it's very, very smooth. I'm just going to go in here very lightly. The most important thing is that you need to use a mirror that is slightly more magnified, and you want to do it in a good light. And you continue on the other side. So it sounds a little rough. You can hear the little fine hairs coming off, but there is absolutely no sensitivity or redness on my face at all. And I probably do this about every 2 to 3 weeks. I just do it really when I notice that the vellus hair is just a little bit more obvious, and I just quickly do that. Always with a clean blade. I will use alcohol to clean this. Afterwards, I will put the cap on and I will store it. The brands say 5 to 8 uses per blade. It's totally up to you. My hair is quite fine, so I'd probably get the full 8. But you'll just have to work with that to see whether it's removing your hair or not. If you've got very thick, dense hair, you might find that you only get the 5. Another great thing is around eyebrows. So if you don't want to pluck your eyebrows, and this is a lot of what I do at work, if I'm doing a beauty shoot or I've got someone who's going on an interview or a red carpet and we haven't got much time, I don't really want to have to pluck their eyebrows out and leave a little bit of redness. Just using the blade to tidy up the brows, especially like me, if you've got a lot of blonde, fine hair, it just tidies up and gives you that nice, clean finish. And really, that is as simple as it becomes. But I was just really attracted to this brand, particularly because it's 100% compostable and of the Swedish stainless steel. I'll put a link in the box, and we've also got a code. But if you want to create a really smooth surface of your skin and you're nervous and you're worried, you've just seen how easy it is for me to do it. It might be worth a try. Now, obviously, you don't want to do that all over your face. You just want to do it where you've got the vellus hair. I think if you go in to have it as a treatment at the clinic, you will have your whole face treated, but that's a whole different thing. We're just talking about at-home, affordable dermaplaning, and this little guy. These little guys are fantastic. So, what I want to tell you is that when you look at your skin in the mirror, if it looks flat and it looks dull and it's not reflecting the light, it's because the surface of your skin is irregular. The cells are slightly dry, they're building up. From about the age of 25, our skin cell turnover slows down. You really have to be the one to give it a boost because it just gets a little bit lazy. And that's why exfoliation and hydration is so key. And of course you can do it on a budget. It's not just like for high-end products. The most important thing is just to do it. Now, I prefer, I've actually got a few things, and you'll see that I've recommended these before. I prefer a liquid exfoliant to start with. This is the Medicate. I've mentioned this before. It is absolutely brilliant for a sensitive skin. It's a PHA rather than AHA, and it's more suitable for more of a sensitive skin, but you will get a less kind of aggressive exfoliation. So if you've never done it before or your skin is very sensitive, it's worth starting with a product like this that will last you pretty much, 6 months. You will find when you start using it that you won't really see a difference until sort of like day 5 or 6. Then you might find that your absorption of your products is better, and that you probably don't get so much pilling from your products because the products are actually absorbing into your skin. That's something that I found out. This is a very natural one. If you want something that is a physical one, but again very gentle, the rice polish from the.texture is just absolutely lovely. I've had this forever. It just doesn't seem to end. Comes in a little pot like that. It's like a little white powder. Comes out like that. And then you mix it with water and it goes into a little paste and you just rub your face. It's a chemical and a physical exfoliant because the enzymes also help to break down the dead skin cells as well, but it's very, very gentle. If you want to go hardcore, then I highly recommend something that I've recommended truly a million times before, is the Kate Somerville Exfoliate. This is the intense one. Again, it's physical and chemical. You leave it on for 2 minutes, you can feel your skin tingling. And again, it really helps to lift off those dead skin cells by using the chemicals and by using the physical granules, and it makes all the difference. But go easy on that. What I would say is don't do your dermaplaning and then go in with the strong exfoliator. What I love to do after my dermaplaning is actually just use a little bit of hyaluronic. So I've got my hyaluronic acid serum here, just really nice and simple, the Inky List. Cheap as chips, but really bloody good. And it's kind of like a lovely sort of gel texture. It's not too liquidy. And I just place that over the top. Now, if you wanted to, you could put a little bit of extra exfoliant on if your skin can take it, but I would highly recommend that you take it nice and easy, especially if it's your first time. You never want to dermaplane if your skin barrier is slightly irritated. That's the same with exfoliation. You never want to irritate or break down any open skin or red skin at all. You just want to nourish and hydrate until that skin barrier becomes much more healthy. So just put a little bit of the hyaluronic on and then follow with your moisturiser. This is the Supernatural Face Cream from Emma Lewisham, another brand which I really, really love. Now, I do this in the morning. Sometimes I do it at night with a really, really good light. And I then follow with a lovely, lovely serum that can really, really soak into my skin. Oh, and there's one more product I want to show you. It's new from Kate Somerville. It's a Pro Collagen Lip Oil Elixir. And I wanted to share this with you because it lasts a really long time. The doe foot is quite broad. So as you can see, you place that on the lips and it really gives a really beautiful shine, but you have to press quite firmly. That seems a bit of an odd thing to say, but that really helps the ingredients penetrate the lips. It's got 7 sizes of hyaluronic. Let me just make sure that's right. Yeah, 7 sizes. I was right. 7 sizes of hyaluronic, lots of antioxidants, and this sort of priming agent, which creates a real softness to the lips. And I can highly recommend. It's been an absolute pleasure to use. I'm really fussy and I eliminate quite a lot of things that irritate my lips, and I know that's not for everybody because we're all different. But this has been really soothing and really repairing on my lips. So yeah, I just wanted to share it with you. Okay, so in terms of getting that lovely glossy, glassy skin, I can then do a makeup look to work with that and to show you how to create that and balance the texture on your face. If you'd like that, let me know and I can do that in a couple of weeks for you. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to your questions, if you have any, or maybe I haven't covered everything in here. But as always, look forward to your comments and take care and see you in a couple of weeks. Bye for now.